We could do Fable Passage is pretty cheap.
So I think the thing is, I would want to cut.
Wow, almost every fetch land except for Marsh
I'll
Flats
probably
is almost
cut the
$40.
pathway. Uh,
Tom, when Flooded Strand, Wood Foothills, and Bloodstained Mire are like hitting into the 40s.
yeah, it's kind of crazy. I like all the other lands, but I'll probably cut Myriad.
That's, you mean a ramp land? I know it's a little slow, but
I don't think we need castle.
actually, what about Mare of the Sky Ruins? Do we actually have enough planes to actually get that off?
Oh no, we don't.
Because you need at least 7, I think, other
Yeah,
lands.
no.
Oh, other planes. We'd have to like build around that a bit more and make that work. Yo, I actually might say Clifftop Retreat. You think Clifftop Retreat is still
I think the
doable?
Arid Mesa. What, Clifftop?
Do we have? I guess we have 10,
We're
11,
playing 10,
12.
and then we're playing and then the ones that tutor the.
All right.
And especially if we're putting the fetches in, it gets a lot better. So I think we play the Fabled Passage, Prismatic, and the Arid Mesa.
Okay.
That's how I used to do it. Is like the on-colored ones, plus that much how I cared about it. Because this at least makes me want to keep Sun Titan in. Because he does an earlier job. Oh, I guess the only thing I don't like about those is you can't get the dual lands. Other than Arid Mesa.
Yeah, but we have only the 2, and half our creatures grab them.
Two of them do.
Like I said, half of them.
Yeah, half the ones that tutor, yeah. And we're still running enough basics, so we're running 10, which is good. Yeah, I think this is a deck that just wants to run these fetches. Like I was telling you, like even Crucible World, it just makes Sun Titan a little bit better, to be completely honest. For those occasions that you see the fetch and you just go get the snow land, at the end of the turn. Okay. So that makes me feel better about Sun Titan. So we still need to cut 3 cards. We're at 32 lands in the 4 MDFCs, so yeah, we're still counted correctly. We've cut basically all the fucking removal out of this thing.
Well, our creatures are the removal.
And then this.
Yeah.
I still want to play Generous Gift. Sorry. 100% still want to play Generous Gift. That card's too good. It's definitely better than Chaos Warp. So 104. Because all I play in Shram is Swords Path, Generous Gift. That's it. And then my artifacts get stuff out of play. Which I think the Boros decks are kind of looking around there. But then the question is, what the fuck do we cut?
Do we say Martyr's Bond's just too mean to play? But that's
no.
like
We're playing red white, sir. I will be as mean as I want.
We needed all the help we could get.
I'm just a step away from playing Armageddon.
Oh, hello, Mr. 5DA54321 AS06. Want to become famous? Buy follower primes on views on big follow space period space com space exclamation point.
Wow.
Tom, I want to be famous. Gotta love the bots.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
This is insanely hard. Okay.
What about the sword? Is the sword
no.
just too? That's so good though. No, it is land and blinks.
It gets lands and it blinks, yeah, and gives protection. It makes our commander a 5/7 or like any of the creatures have trample. And the coolest part is we're giving creatures haste. So like I see a world with a lot of ETB creatures, and then just like getting to swing in pretty well, because it's turning them all into +1/+1 creatures with trample and haste.
And we have some pretty beefy creatures.
Dude, if we had a way, if this was black, and we had a way to give Death Touch, this would be ridiculous.
Well, there's artifacts that do it.
This deck would also be 100 times more broken. Yeah, but like equipments and stuff, not like to all the creatures.
Do we need both? So we have 3 blink things effects with Teleportation Circle, the Conjurer's Closet, and the Sword.
Yeah,
now, Conjurer's Closet is only creatures; it doesn't reset artifacts. It's also 1 more mana than Teleportation Circle. I think it's more of just like a tech card than it is like a strategy card. It's like we have Teleportation Circle, cool, we get to do some stuff. If not, we're still fine. So do we need to vote like having 2.5 cards with Sword as like compared to like Warstorm Surge,
like,
which is just how we win?
Like we have so many good ETBs that like. But I guess sometimes they might be sacked in tokens, and then we just can't blink them anyway.
Yeah. Because then we get into an awkward position, like, do we do our Commander's Effect, or we just play Conjurer's Closet?
Yeah, it's weird that this deck wants to care about sack outlets plus, like, these kind of effects.
So I think Teleportation Circle is good, and so is the Sword. I don't know if we need 3 of them, or 3 blink effects, because it's not like...
Well, like, how else do we just constantly get value in these colors, you know?
That's the thing is, we're really not meant to, and I think having, like I said, just 2 is good enough as compared to having all 3.
Yeah, I guess. But is that worse than Lithoform Engine?
Yeah, because at least Lithoform does more stuff. Because we could copy our Commander's Trigger, and it basically gives us 2 things.
This never ends. Dude, this is the longest deck build we've ever done. I'm gonna have to cut this into 2 parts. It's almost 2 hours.
Damn.
And we didn't even do any spoilers or anything. This is ridiculous. It's a Boros deck, Derek. We're blue players. We can do this.
When it comes to blue players, we're all like, oh yes, we can take this out, and then it's Boros, and we're like, ah!
Exactly. But the thing is for this strategy, there ended up being way more than I thought there was gonna be.
Yeah.
Because the thing is I want to play these kind of cards because, like, you know, they're just good.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think for the strategy, plus, like, I think you need anything that says draw, regardless of the fact that it's legendary or anything like that. Okay. So we're getting to the point where I don't want to cut a single ETB creature. So, like, even debating, like, the Ingot Chewer or something else is still good. Okay. I do not want to cut a land. Our curve is too high to cut a land.
Mm-hmm.
Because we still got some 6 drops. A 7 drop. 5 drop. Yep. But we do got Nykthos. I still like Hedron. No, we cut that already.
Can we design a deck that does nothing but make a bazillion copies of Scuttling Doom Engine?
Oh yeah, totally. That's definitely a thing.
We just put under like that imprint artifact that makes the copies of it, and
yeah.
There we go, and we have all the token copying.
So we still have 4 sack outlets, which I like the ones we have. I like the regenerate. I think that's actually really good.
No, I 100%, because that could be that's a big deal. That's basically saying indestructible.
You know, unless you're dealing with one of these, but, you know,
yeah.
you can't really do anything about that anyway.
Mm.
We have our ways to protect. We have that. We have this. Rootborn doesn't do it. Chroma's does. You know, the Guardian does it. And then we still have the Spirit, you know.
Yo, also, just being able to go Kiki, making a copy of something per turn is also not, like, the worst.
Oh, yeah, so I guess we really don't need the Conjurer's thing. I like making a copy of this.
Because I forgot, we also have Kiki and Resto is also another way to blink, in a sense, because they'll either blink something or make a copy of something to enter.
I don't want to cut ramp. And all these cards are so good. This card's so fucking dumb. Like, imagine, like,
We
you
get
get,
one
like, a
meteor
wall of omens. Like, a
or
wall of omens or, like, a meteor golem.
or
Or, like, you know...
duplicate. Guess who's never
Yeah.
getting to do anything?
Like, I guess it's hard to see those cards, but, like... And Skull Clamp is 100% worth it. Like, we're playing enough sack outlets where I will pay one and wait a turn to do this. Like, 100%.
Yeah, that's just
And
like...
also, it doesn't look like it... I don't think there's anything that it can actually just kill.
No.
Like, maybe there's, like, one thing
No, I don't
in the
think
deck
so.
that it can. No, there's some. There's
Okay.
that.
You know what's funny? It's once they become spirits that they actually can't because they have the +1/+1.
Yeah. Oh, and another funny thing is our commander is just basically a protection outlet. Because, like, if they get anything but exiled, like, you just get them back. Which is really good.
I'm getting to the point where I say now we put, instead of cutting cards, we put them into like a maybe board and see how things play with or without them. Because we're at a part where like I think like everything.
I want to play with these cards. Bean Hunter's got staying because it's part of a combo.
Yeah.
And it's also just good. It's the one that we can abuse because of sack outlets. I mean...
I think Mind's Eye is like our only other really good like quote unquote cheap artifact to draw. Even if it's just one time we activate it, it's still an extra card draw that we don't normally get.
I'm thinking we cut either Thought Vessel or Mind Stone.
I'd say Thought Vessel. We don't draw a ton of cards.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Mind Stone could at least once we've gone a bunch of turns, we could use it.
Fucking shit, this never ends. Oh my god.
So Tom, you know what's another really good card we could add?
Dude, this is the most cuts we've ever had to make.
Also, like, yeah, this is probably also having to cut 23 cards from a deck list.
It was 28. That was a lot. We almost had 132 cards that we put in. Because, like, it also gets to play a lot of really cool lands, too. Like,
a deck that cares about enchantments and its artifacts.
Yeah, and it's, like, also, like, a half, I want to sack things, half, like, ETB tribal, you know? But it's, like, what do you focus on more? I think the ETB tribal is just, like, slightly better. But, like, having the sack outlets as an option is good, you know? And I think, but maybe, like, 4 is, like, overlapping too much. I don't know.
Because I liked having all the ones that we do have because they give us different options of what we want to use them. Because we don't always have to play the deck as like, okay, we're just gonna try and make copies right away and do things. Like we get sit out there with like, all right, do I want to make mana with my creatures or do I want to like burn some damage with them? Let's see what happens when it comes to our turn. Because we get to play that stuff reactively instead of actively. Then once on our turn, we could do like, okay, we're gonna Ashnod's Altar something, give us 2 mana to play 2 mana to play a Broodmoth in the last turn.
I think I'm cutting this because we're a combo player and we can just kill people if worst comes to worst.
Okay.
Like, I think we're playing enough interaction to the point where, like, well, a good amount of interaction, but, like, we're interacting enough, hopefully, that, like, you know, it shouldn't get to the state where we need to board wipe, and I'm just at the point where, like, I just want to cut that. We're also a 34 creature deck still, so, like, I know that it works well with our commander, but it does kill our commander, so, like,
yeah,
you know, it's not, like, insanely good. I'd rather just play the protection and not get board wiped.
True, yeah.
So,
because I think we want to save it for when we try to get board wiped instead of saving it for our own board wipes.
It's ridiculous. I still like this.
It is just really good. It's just free cards. Sometimes.
It's like one of the best things that we can play in here because we have such high drops.
Sometimes it misses, but sometimes it jams.
It's good enough.
Tom, you remember what happened with Sunburn's Invocation?
Yeah. Plus, there isn't anything that we can't cast. Like, this is our only whiff.
Yeah, and at worst, that's a land. And if we're going like 5 cards deep and that's our only choice, then it's all lands. And well, we suck at this game.
I cannot believe this is a 2-hour deck build. What the fuck is happening right now?
Well, I had a deck, but maybe we won't do it today.
No, we're gonna get to it because we didn't do any spoilers. It's still only 8 o'clock.
No, yeah, I'm getting.
Oh my god, this is ridiculous. It's 2 fucking cards. It's 1 fucking card. That's it. I'm cutting a land. No. Fucking shit. Oh my god, I don't want to cut another mana source.
Neither do I. So let's cut a land.
Fucking shit. Cutting a land. Fuck.
But Tom, if we have less land, that means less land drops. That means our things that tutor lands are better.
You're right.
We cut Nykthos.
Uh-huh.
It's a bad card.
I've heard. You know what would be busted in here too is in the Heb.
Tom, I'm gonna hit you. Then you could go off camera later and find a spot for it. How about that?
Oh my god, this is ridiculous. It's just 1 card.
Okay, we take out Dockside and we make it $60 cheaper.
But it's so good.
I know.
Oh my god. Plus it works with Martyr's Bond like ridiculous.
Then we don't need artifact removal. No, let's keep it. We
So good though. We took out Smothering Tide, so I want to keep that at least.
That also has some shenanigans with like Sun Titan. Yo, Tom, we have Panharmonicon. That actually makes us with Feed Hunter and him. Makes it we can get back Dockside as well. So that makes us double infinite.
Oh my god, that's kind of dumb. Fucking ass turds. I still like this.
I still think
I still like this.
I think the Stonebound might be the worst, but I think that's scrying though. That digs us for what we need.
Yeah, just like making sure you're not drawing lands seems really good to me in a deck that you're not ramping land. Actually, we're ramping lands pretty well. But like, we're not like fixing the top of our card very well.
Outpost Siege helps a little bit.
Oh, fuck this. Oh my god, fuck this. I don't want to cut Generous Gift. I want to just play the 3. Because we have, like, you know, this and, you know, the creatures, so it should be okay. Oh my god. This is insane. Okay, we're cutting the Knight.
What would you
That's
cut?
like I cut the Knight.